You're not the rock of the family. You're the emotional landfill. Your mom calls to complain about your dad for the 847th time. Your sister just needs someone to talk to about the same useless boyfriend again. Your buddy only texts you when his life's on fire. And you? Well, you sit there, taking it, nodding, problem solving, coaching like a free 24/7 therapist with no training, no license, and no paycheck. Then, when your life falls apart, suddenly everybody's busy, tired, or not really good at talking about feelings. You're not the rock, you're the trash can. I'm Mitchell Palmer. You know my name, damn it. And this is episode 3 of the Unshakeable Man series. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how you became everyone's emotional dumping ground and how to put a lid on this trash can without becoming a cold, heartless prick. Let's get into it. Let's be clear. You're not being supportive. You're not so good at listening. You are where people put your feelings they don't want to deal with themselves. That's what a trash can is. It's the place where things go to disappear. Mom doesn't want to face her marriage. Well, she dumps it on you. Your sister doesn't want to leave him. Well, she dumps her guilt on you. Your friend doesn't want to grow up. Well, he dumps his panic on you. They rant. They cry, they offload, they hang up feeling lighter. You hang up feeling heavier, like you were run over by a bus. That's not connection. That's emotional waste management. You didn't end up here because you're weak. You ended up here because you're strong in the wrong way. There are 3 reasons. Number 1, you confuse being needed with being loved. You think, well, they need me. They won't leave me. If they lean on me, I matter. Your family needs you to be the listener. Your friends need you to be the fixer. Your partner needs you to be the stable one. But here's the thing. Your trash can is needed too. Everyone in the house needs it. It gets used. It gets filled. It gets ignored. Nobody thanks it. Nobody protects it. Being needed is not the same as being valued. Number 2, you think boundaries equal selfishness. The second you picture saying, I can't do this right now, or I'm not your therapist, your brain goes, hey, that's cruel. That's not what a good man does. So you override your limits. You override exhaustion. You override your own life. You protect their feelings and sacrifice your own sanity. Number 3, you have nowhere to put your own pain. You're the strong one. You're the stable one. The he's got it together one. So when your anxiety hits, when you feel burned out, when you're actually not okay, you don't tell anyone. You don't know how. So it's easier to go back to helper mode. If I fix their stuff, well, then I don't have to feel my own stuff. Congratulations. You're a full-time emotional trash can. And guess what? There's no weekly pickup. Let's name the people using you. First is the drainer. See, every conversation with the drainer becomes about their emotional weather report. How are you? Oh my God, I'm just so stressed right now. And then you're trapped in a 30-minute monologue about their boss, their kids, their partner, their dog's anxiety. Red flags? Well, they never ask how you actually are. They talk in circles, not in directions toward decisions. They're always overwhelmed, and they're never changing anything. The second one is the repeater. This one is the one that brings the same problem, the same story, and the same outcome, just on a different day. This time, it's really over, they say. I swear I'm going to quit that job. I know I said this before, but now you've given the same advice 20 times. They've ignored it 20 times. They don't want solutions. They want a stage. The red flags with these, it starts with, I know I've told you this before. They get defensive when you point out patterns. They use your listening as permission to stay stuck in their problem. Next is the transferer. This one is dangerous because they don't just vent. They relocate their emotions into you. Mom's scared and resentful. Well, she calls you. Now guess what? You get to be scared and resentful. Your buddy's panicking about his job. He calls you. Now you're carrying his panic. Your partner unloads for 45 minutes of stress. They go watch Netflix. You get to stare at the ceiling and wonder what life is for. The red flags here? Well, you feel worse after talking to them every single time. They feel relieved. You feel wired and heavy. They rarely check that you actually have capacity to listen today. Now, this isn't just a bit draining, it's wrecking your sleep, it's killing your focus at work, it's numbing you out in your own relationship, and it's training you to believe your inner life doesn't matter. So you become the guy who is always fine. Not because you're fine, because no one can even imagine you needing help. You've taught them that your only role is to absorb. Now, unshakable men are not emotional trash cans. They are emotionally available with boundaries. There are 3 shifts that you need to make. Shift 1, from always available to sometimes available. See, you don't need to be on call 24/7. Here's a simple line. Hey, I want to be here for you, but I don't have the bandwidth for this right now. Can we talk another time? You're not saying, I don't care. You're saying, I'm not a bottomless pit. Then we move to shift 2, from listener only to mirror plus limit. When you notice a repeater or a drainer, you just stop nodding. You say, hey, we've talked about this a lot. I've given you everything I can. At this point, you might need to talk to a professional or actually make a decision, because repeating this isn't helping you or me. Now, that's not cruelty. That's clarity. Shift number 3, you go from a no needs to my inner life matters too. You start treating your emotional life like it exists. You say things like, I can't take this on right now. I'm already at capacity. Or I've got my own stuff going on. I don't have space for this tonight. Maybe I'm not the right person for this conversation. See, you'll feel guilty at first. That's normal. You've been trained, you've been programmed your whole life to feel guilty anytime you stop being a trash can. But guilt is not a sign you're wrong. It's a sign you're breaking a rule you've been stuck in. If this is landing a little too hard, I wrote an entire book for men in your exact position. It's called Cry Harder. Now, I wrote this not because I want you to sob more, because most men have one setting: hold it together for everyone else, collapse in private. In Cry Harder, I break down why men like you get cast as the emotional trash can, how family dynamics quietly train you into that role, how to build boundaries with parents, siblings, partners, and friends, and word for word scripts to stop emotional dumping without blowing up the relationship, how to finally have somewhere to put your own pain without feeling weak. If you're done being everyone's unlicensed therapist and you want to start living like your inner world actually matters, I want you to check the link in the description and find that book. Use it. Don't just nod at it. Let's bring this straight to you. Who uses you as an emotional trash can? Picture them. Can you see them in your mind? That's the one. That person whose name just popped into your head? Good. Now, here's your challenge. This next week, the next time they start dumping on you, you do one thing differently. You either say, hey, I don't have the bandwidth for this right now, or say, we've had this conversation so many times. I do care about you, but I can't keep talking in circles about it. That's it. One boundary, one rep. You are not the family landfill. You are not a walking recycling bin for everyone else's pain. You're a man with a life. You have limits and a nervous system, and it actually matters. Stop being their emotional trash can. Start being unshakable. I'm Mitchell Palmer. You know my name, damn it. Don't die like this. Start now. This has been episode 3. But listen, the fatigue of being the strong one usually leads to one specific killer: hesitation. You start doubting your moves. You start overthinking every decision because you're afraid to drop the ball. In the next video, I'm giving you a tactical tool to stop that hesitation dead in its tracks. It's called the 3-second rule to kill overthinking. Watch episode 4 now.